Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Pastor Ize-Iyamu will record a landslide victory in next Edo's election if only he will be patient. Hello, my people. So a survey was done recently in Edo State, and they found out that with the popularity and the personality of Pastor Sage Ize-Iyamu, at the next election, he's sure of a landslide victory. Many people were asked in this survey why they didn't vote for him and they rather voted for Obaseki. Some said they voted for Obaseki, others said they voted for Osage Ize-Iyamu. Those who voted for Obaseki, Ize-Iyamu were asked, with Obaseki were asked why they did not vote for Ize-Iyamu. And they said Obaseki's first tenure recorded success in Edo State, that they saw pensioners, that was their main thing, being paid their salary. That in time past, there were some time they were owed their salary. But since Obaseki came, they've not been held a single salary, since they left the working environment and have become pensioners. They said so, and again, the guy has started some work that they've seen evidently in Edo State, and they wanted him to complete this work. They wanted to give him a benefit of a doubt to see if his second tenure will be better than his first one. And he made a lot of promises, especially saying he will make sure the second tenure, he completes the work he has started. That part of the reasons why they voted for him were results of those promises he made and what they could see with his first tenure. So they said, okay, if that's the case, if election is to, after Abaseki's tenure, of course, there is no third tenure in Nigeria. What will happen? They said, yes, it will be Ize-Iyamu's turn. Wow. So let's carry on and see. Indeed, the last global national election in Edo State was a really stiff one, as Governor Gordon Obaseki and Pastor Ize-Iyamu were the major opponents and were the most popular, and the results were almost neck to neck between APC and PDP. Governor Gordon Obaseki won the September 19 election. However, the survey that was carried out, when asked why they did not vote Osage Ize-Iyamu, they said, we will vote him when his time comes. Obaseki is working and has not completed his tenure. The 4 years he has was the inception to start some work, which we can see and relate with. The second tenure was to give him the opportunity to conclude those work he has started. We've noticed that in Nigerian politics, when one starts an administration, a good thing, it is usually not continued with another administration. Voting for Obaseki was an opportunity to get him to finish the work he started in his first tenure. He promised us that he would not fail us, and we just take a leap of faith with him. Not because Ize-Iyamu is not our son. They were both sons of the soil. As a matter of fact, the past Edo election gave Pastor Ize-Iyamu a lot of publicity. His experience were also revealed to the people. A lot of people in Edo State who did not know him while he served in other administration. There is no way you mention Ize-Iyamu's name today in Edo State without anybody recognizing who that person was. It was such a publicity for him. I believe that if today, after Obaseki finishes his tenure, Ize-Iyamu comes on and contests for an election, it will be a landslide victory. So this was the polls that was conducted in Edo State. They go around and they take a random sample and just ask people questions with regards to the election, what were their preferences, what happened, what they thought, could have happened, what were the differences, what did they see, and how did they think the result would have turned out if the occasions were different. And the answer, cutting across 70%, were the same. They said there was not there if the Yamu did not offend them, neither did he do anything that made them not to vote for him. As a matter of fact, His publicity was enormous. In fact, they knew him more and could relate more with him. There were sometimes he was tearful, especially with regards to him as a student pouring acid on somebody, which he admitted on live television and said that was his past. I mean, people could relate with him. There were sometimes his honesty, people could feel the sting of his honesty. They could feel it was assuming. They could feel him, and they said, you know what, there was nothing wrong with this candidate. All we saw was that there was a man who had started. Somebody appealed to us better. That's the word. So there was somebody who appealed more to us than Ize-Iyamu. They said if the situations were different, if it was somebody else, if Obaseki has completed his tenure, and there is nothing, if Ize-Iyamu and another candidate, of course, Ize-Iyamu is the preferred candidate any day. So you see, I mean, if with a little bit of patience, it will get to Ize-Iyamu's turn. He will he if he contests in an election, he could possibly win. So I mean, that was what the result of the polls shows, that people of Edo State had nothing particular against Ize-Iyamu to say why he did not win. As a matter of fact, the results were close. Let's be very candid. The results were close, showing that if he had a few more people here and there, who knows, probably the situation would have been different. However, it was not his day. It was not his turn you know so what the people said was, we saw what two of our children who came out to tell us that they have capacity to lead. One is living by example. We saw what he has done in the first tenure. We are giving him an opportunity to showcase more to us for the second tenure. He promised us more, and we could see that truly, really, he was ready. He had so many things to give to us. So we said, okay, why not? If not, give him an opportunity to serve the people another time. That was why they voted. They said because, on truly speaking, at that time, the odds were against Obaseki. To be very candid, if Obaseki has not worked for the people, if it was just campaign of mouth, I tell you, Ize-Iyamu would have floored him. But because he has served Edo people, they saw it. They could relate with it. They saw the sincerity. They decided to vote for him. So, guys, leave us a comment. Do you think Ize-Iyamu will also have a landslide victory if Obaseki finishes and he contests in the next election? Leave us a comment. God bless you. Bye for now.